Somewhere in an ordinary town, there's a person nobody looks twice at. No one around them has any idea they're worth $120 million.
That person could buy this entire store, the building, the inventory, the parking lot, cash, today, without blinking. Instead, they're paying $11 for groceries like everyone else. This is what being a silent millionaire actually looks like. Not a mansion, not a supercar, just you, completely invisible, living exactly the way you choose to live. This is your house, 3 bedrooms, nothing flashy. Your neighbors think you work a normal job because, as far as they know, you do. You drive a car that's 8 years old. It runs fine. You don't see the point in replacing something that already works just to impress people you don't even like. Your neighbors invite you to barbecues. They talk about their mortgage stress. You nod along, genuinely sympathetic, while privately knowing you could pay off every mortgage on this street. People ask what you do for work. You give a vague, boring answer. Some consulting, a bit of investing. True, technically, just missing a few zeros they'd never guess. This spare bedroom is where you manage everything. No Bloomberg terminal, no assistant, just you, a laptop, and decisions that move more money than most people will see in 10 lifetimes. Down the street, somebody just leased a car they can't afford to look rich. You watch quietly because you understand something they don't. Looking rich and being wealthy are almost always opposites. Once a quarter you come here. The staff knows your name. They don't care what you're wearing. They've learned that the quietest clients are usually the wealthiest ones.
$120 million, spread across index funds, real estate, and a few private businesses. Built slowly, built quietly, built on decisions almost nobody saw you make. It didn't start at 120 million. It started at 22 in a dorm room, reading a book about index funds while your roommates went out and spent everything they had. Your friends bought new cars and nice apartments. You automated $200 a month into index funds and kept living like a broke college student for 3 more years. 20 years passed. The market did what markets do. It compounded, it multiplied, and one disciplined decision in a dorm room quietly became more money than you'll ever need to spend. Now here's the part most people get completely wrong. They assume money this size has to change how you live. It doesn't have to. And here's exactly why that matters. You wake up whenever you want. No alarm clock controlling your morning. No boss wondering where you are. That's not laziness. That's what 20 years of discipline actually buys you. You spend 2 hours on your health every single day. Not because an app told you to. Because time is the one thing money actually bought back for you. On a random Tuesday afternoon, while everyone else is stuck in meetings, you're at the public library finishing a novel. Nobody there has any idea how rich the quiet guy in the corner actually is. Twice a month, you volunteer at a food bank. Nobody there knows you could fund the entire operation for a decade with a single phone call. You just show up and pack boxes like everyone else. The people who love you, not your money, because they don't even know about it. That clarity, knowing exactly why people are in your life, is worth more than the 120 million. There's no stress about money. None. Not about bills, not about emergencies, not about retirement. That silence in your mind, that's the actual prize, not the number. But staying invisible like this isn't always easy. There was one moment that actually tested whether you could keep living this way. Let me tell you what happened. At your 10-year reunion, an old classmate corners you. He's wearing a flashy watch he clearly can't afford. He asks what you've been up to in that tone that means he's trying to win something. He tells you about his new car, his promotion, his upcoming vacation to Dubai. You nod, genuinely happy for him. You don't say a single word about your own life. Why would you? You glance out the window at his car. You happen to know exactly what that lease costs per month, and you know it's roughly what you make from dividends while you sleep. The old you would have wanted to prove something. The current you doesn't need anyone in this room to know anything. That difference right there, That's what wealth actually changed in you. You get into your 8-year-old sedan and drive home. He gets into a car he's still paying off for the next 4 years. Two completely different kinds of rich. Only one of them is real. That night taught you something most wealthy people never learn. The need to be seen as rich is actually a different kind of poverty. And you walked away from it 20 years ago. Here's the real reason you stay invisible. The moment people know what you have, they stop seeing you. They only see the number, and the number becomes the only thing anyone wants from you. Old friends would suddenly need loans. Distant relatives would reappear. Every conversation would have a hidden agenda underneath it. Money this size changes how people treat you, whether you want it to or not.
So you chose differently. You chose a life where people show up for you, not your bank account, where your relationships are real because nobody's auditioning for a piece of your money.
Wealth was never the goal. It was always the tool. The actual goal was this: peace, real relationships, and the freedom to live exactly how you want without anyone's opinion attached.
This is the part nobody believes until they build it themselves. The real flex isn't the number. It's never needing anyone to know the number at all.
You don't need $120 million to live this way. You need the mindset first. The money is just what eventually catches up to people who think like this. Start exactly the way you started. Live below what you earn, automate your investing, and stop caring what your car says about you. That's the whole secret. Whatever you start with this month, $50, $200, whatever you can manage, that's your version of the dorm room. The rest is just time and patience. Nobody needs to know what you're building. Not your friends, not your family, not the internet. Build it quietly, build it consistently, and let the result speak for itself one day. Maybe you'll never have $120 million. That's fine, but you can absolutely have this feeling. And that feeling was always the actual point.